How's it going, guys? Zoro here once again for another live reaction to a One Piece. This time, chapter 1168. What's going on, man? How we doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day, wonderful Sunday. I forgot my water. Hold on, I'm gonna have to grab that real quick. Hold on. I need my water, bro. I can't go without my water. Give me 1 second. Hold on. There we go. Now I'm ready to go. Now it's time. All right. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Oof. What's going on? What's going on? Midnight. How we doing? Not really too much different on my end of things. Just holiday season's a little crazy. The audio is what? Something wrong with my audio? Hold on. I've been having issues. What's wrong with my audio? Is it sounding weird? Let me listen to myself. Hold on. Oh, and guys, Zoro here once again for another live reaction to a One Piece. This time, chapter 1000. Looks fine to me. I don't know. It sounds good to me. I don't know. Sadly, the chapter goes on break. Just letting you know. I mean, we've had a good stretch. I'm not too mad about it. You know, so it is what it is. I figured it was coming eventually. My week was good, you know. On the 4th, I had my birthday. Turned 36, man. Yeah, I'm old. I know. It's crazy, man. So 3 days ago, yeah. So I am now 36, bro. I'm closer to 40 than I am to 30, which is wild, bro. It's wild. I feel young. I feel still good. I feel energetic. I don't feel it, but hey, man. Time is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. But yeah, I had a good time. Went out on the Monday before, last Monday, because I was working on my birthday, which happens, you know. When you get older, you just kind of like hand wave birthday sometimes, the day of, and you're like, okay, weekend, I'll do something or you know, something like that. So thank you guys. I appreciate it, Chad. Thank you guys. I wasn't gonna bring it up because I'm like, damn, I'm old as shit. I don't want to talk about it. But someone's like, how was your weekend? I'm like, all right, let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Talk about my old ass. But yeah, it was good. I went out, had a good time. You know. I don't know. I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, Mike. I'm not rushing into anything. All I'm gonna say is, and this is just personal experience, right? And it scares me. It personally really scares me. I don't want to go into specifics because I don't want to call anybody out, but I've had very close family members and very close friends all get married, and all of them get divorced. In my personal close friend group, there is not someone who has stayed married longer than 5 years. And it's a shame that that's the way that the world is today, but that's the way the world is today. And I'm just kind of like in a mindset where I'm like, I don't know if I want to go through that whole rigmarole, man. I don't want to go through that whole process because that just seems like a nightmare. And believe me, I've heard the stories. I've heard the nightmare that process is. You know, just to feel like I checked some boxes, bro. I don't know, man. I look, never say never. I'm never gonna say never in that regard. I'm always open to possibilities, but I am not like, you know, like some people are, oh, I need to get this done by this age and that done by that age, and I understand that, but I'm just living my life, man. I'm taking it a day at a time, and we'll see where it goes. That's how I'm looking at it. personally, you know. But thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. By the way, if you're joining us, be sure to like the video. Get some more people in here. We are live on both YouTube and on Twitch. So you know, it's one of those things where you know, support the channel, supports me. I always appreciate that. You know, it means a lot to me. Question then, Zoro: how long should you date before you get married? I'm not gonna give like an arbitrary date for people. You know, for some people, you know, I've heard it. You know, they knew the moment they met that they were destined for each other, or whatever bullshit, right? So for those people, you know, a few months would be enough, right? And others, I would suggest maybe waiting a few years. So I guess it depends on the people involved. All I would say is like, you know, assuming that there's transparency and honesty in any relationship, that you know, you get to know some of the potential flaws and the potential benefits of a person in detail before you get married. Because you don't want that shit popping up post-marriage. You know what I mean? Because there are motherfuckers out there that'll hide shit about themselves until after marriage takes place. I'm like, oh, we're locked in. I can just now, you know, tell the truth about this, that, and the third. And it doesn't work like that. It don't work like that, and that's how a lot of pitfalls happen. So, I would say get all the bullshit out in the open prior to any marriage, whatever your bullshit may be. That's the only advice I would have. Transparency and honesty, and you know, everyone's got bullshit. Just be honest about yours. That's it. Not that I'm an expert on the field, as I'm unmarried. But, yeah, that's how I see it. Anyway. But, yeah, man, One Piece has been crazy, bro. Are we finally, going to be done with the flashback this week? We're going to have to see. Florida's nice. The truth is, everybody changes with time. I'm not the same person I was 4 years ago. Are you? I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago in certain regards. That's just gonna be, you know, that is what it is. That's why, you know, it's a lot of marriages don't end up working out because, you know, people change, and then circumstances change, needs change, and then you say, okay, where things are different now. We gotta, you know, so that's why a lot of times it doesn't work out. You know, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, man. I don't know. I legitimately, like I said, it's really complicated, man. 50% statistically don't work out. Only 3 or 4 more episodes left of One Piece. Then no more every week new episodes of One Piece. Yeah, I know. We're going into the unfortunate. Now that I have more time to think about it and to kind of process all of that, right? It obviously sucks. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's a good thing that we're getting so much less One Piece anime every year. Even if it is godly quality, and if it's not godly quality, then what are we doing here? It better be like godly quality. It better be like what we've been getting in Egghead, you know, kind of at the best of Egghead every week. If we're gonna have to wait that long, right? Maybe I'm just being kind of I don't know, spoiled, I suppose, based on what we've been getting from a weekly perspective. But if we're, you know, getting what do they say, 24 episodes a year? These episodes got to be fire, man. We can't fucking half-ass that shit. So it sucks that we're not going to get Elbaf most likely until that starts, whenever that starts. But you know, it is what it is. I just hope I go Gear 5, not Bolt. Hey man, we all get older. Shit happens, man. I'm very lucky in my family because a lot of my family is bald. My brother was bald by 18, so I'm 36. I still got a full head of hair for the most part. You know, I'm thinning in some areas, but I still got a full head of hair that I'm happy for. So I'm grateful. At 36, I look like this, and at least my hair. So I'm grateful in that regard. But yes, we're gonna get started right now with the reaction, guys. I'll pull the chapter along. It's time. I've bullshitted enough. And yeah, let's fucking do it, man. Let's fucking do it, man. Oh, I will say, some buddies of mine got me into playing Marvel Rivals, and I've been kind of hooked on that for a bit. I have different friend groups I play different games with, and I'm like, I don't want to add another game to my rotation. I don't got enough time. I'm working 9 times out of 10 every week. Like, I don't got time to be playing all these games, but freaking Glam got me into Marvel Rivals, and I can't stop it, bro. I'm too locked in on that game, bro. It's so much fun. I'm not even into like PvP kind of like that, but it's a good time, bro. It's a good time, especially if you have a group of people you can play with. So, random little statement here, but just wanted to shout out Marvel Rivals right now for giving me some entertainment the last couple weeks, I guess. Oh, man. All right, anyway, One Piece, chapter 1168, Elbaf Snow. Cover request by Mrs. Fuji, a family of sheep knit 6 gloves for Hachan. Okay. "15 years ago, the same year all over the world. Harold's efforts are paying off. Those giant marines are really doing a good job. They're so reliable. I always thought they looked scary, but now I wouldn't mind meeting one. Can't you get us stocked again? Elbaf seafood is super popular, you know. I bet it is. This here is top quality Elbaf cheddar. It's a rare and tricky item to import. I'll take it already. Elbaf New World. Please tell me this chapter doesn't revolve around fucking Harold, bro. I can't do it, man. I can't do it with this guy, bro. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. I need you to understand this on a visceral, just spiritual level. This man is the ultimate rat. I cannot. Like, what people joke about Shanks being a rat, this man is actually a rat. Okay? I cannot endorse him. I understand people in the chat, people in my comment section, giving all the excuses, all the sentiments, all the spin on him. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. Nothing Oda. I'm going to fall into this trap again. I always fall into this trap. But I mean it this time. I truly mean it this time. Nothing Oda can do can make me like this fucking guy. I've been burned before by saying that statement. I have. But nothing. And I say this now with confidence and full confidence here. Nothing Oda can do can make me like fucking bitch ass Harold. And his bitch ass fucking, oh, Imu senpai, gomenasai. 1,000 years, I'm so sorry. Fuck you, dog. I cannot stand him. I can't stand his bitch ass, bro. And I'm never gonna forgive him for what he done. Ever. Ever. So here we go. I just wanted to make that clear before I started this chapter. If this chapter revolves around him, fuck him. But we're gonna see. I wanted to see Blackbeard, but here we gotta get fucking Harold. Elbaf New World. When we finally become a member nation, I think we should build sightseeing ships so people can freely visit all of our allies. We're actually a rare minority from the perspective of the outside world, but there are many nations out there with a wide variety of races coexisting. This is thanks to a culture of mutual respect. Let's join the larger world, make new friends, and grow in knowledge together. That sounds great. We're one step away. The future has never been brighter. Yeah, let's ditch this old warrior crap. Bum. Absolute bums, dog. Bums, dog. Hold on. I always believed in Kuma. I never thought that he was a bitch or a rat, or I always believed in Kuma. If you got tapes, if you got facts saying me any differently, I would love to see them. I always believed in Kuma, bro. Always. Always. Never, don't get that twisted. I never switched up on Kuma. I was always a day one stan, okay? It was oh my god, what's that character's name that I got in Wano? The Fox. All right, that character. When he was in his man form, I was like, "Fuck this guy. There's no way I'll ever like him." And then he turned into an adorable fox, and I love foxes. So that I apologize on behalf of all my statements for that character. I forget his name, but I'm sure in chat you guys remember. But yes, besides that, no. To my knowledge, I've never switched up like that. But Oda, this man, fuck, I don't care what kind of we're in a bright new age. Yay! Under our fascist leader, we will always have peace. Yeah. How'd that turn out for you, Harold? Here we go. We're one step away. Our future has never been brighter. Yeah, let's ditch all that warrior crap. I'll make it happen, Ida. Walrus School. Look, I'm not even gonna blame Ida, bro. I know people are probably gonna want to blame her. You got an AI clip? Fuck off. I'm not even gonna blame Ida, to be honest, because Ida didn't say to do all this, bro. All she said was like, "Hey, don't fucking attack people. Try to be understanding of other cultures. Don't be just like a pillager and a that kind of stuff and a raider, right?" She didn't say join the world government and suck Emu's dick every 2 seconds. She didn't say that. Get tatted up with Emu's face on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't say all that. Hey, what's going on, the man who jumps? Thank you so much. Happy early birthday. My birthday was actually 3 days ago, so you're a little late, not early. But thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, this is all thanks to you, Saul. Better sharp kids than sharp blades, huh? Dede shishishi. You ain't you afraid you lost something here, Harold? Yeah, your fucking culture. I don't believe that military power is what makes a country strong anymore. You know who also believed in that? King Riku. King Riku also believed in that. You know what happened to King Riku? We want to pull up that tape, that replay of fucking King Riku. Fucking stabbing his own people. You want to do that, you fucking bum? You fucking bitch, dude. Alright? You fucking bitch. I swear to God, I'd slap you if I saw you in person. I'd slap the shit out of you, bitch. Okay? Yeah, military power doesn't make a country strong. It's because of Ida. She taught me everything. Meeting her was the greatest blessing of my life. Hey, Harold. Elbaf really has changed a lot. When I first came here, there was tons of internal conflict. It was scary. You've changed everything. Now children can laugh and study instead. It's like a totally different country. The old customs, our backward traditions, all those bad practices from the warrior era will be thrown away. Oh, but I kind of like the whole warrior's pride thing. It's really cool. See, Ida's a goat! That's what I'm telling you. Like, even she's not even going that far. Yo, she don't even want him to do all this. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. You can't blame Ida. She's a real one, man. And he's getting like, oh my God, bro. I can't believe this man, Harold. It's not like he has her whispering in her ear to do whispering in his ear to do all of this. He chose to do all of this. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. It's really cool. You should cherish your culture. Don't you get it, Ida? That very culture is keeping us from marrying. I can't accept it. Hehehe. You always did say you wanted to make me your legal wife. Cough, cough. This is really the sweetest thing. You're so cute. What about Loki? He'll always be Hiruden's kid brother, won't he? In my heart, I've always thought of him like that. Feelings like that keep my heart full. It's what kept me going all this time. But don't worry, it's okay. You're everyone's King Harold. You ain't my king, bitch. You ain't my king. I'll tell you that. You ain't my king, bitch. You a motherfucker. But Ida's goated. Alright? I know that may seem hypocritical of me to say. But I love Ida. Fuck the king. You know, I'm going full hound mode. Fuck the king. And you're almost there, right? That's right, Ida. It won't be long. Soon we'll be connected with the whole world. Our world will be tens of thousands times bigger. Then we can go traveling together. Just like the old days. Oh. That sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to it. Me too. And did she just fucking die on the spot, bro? Damn, just fucking died mid-sentence? That's kind of crazy, man. Harudin's there. Loki's in jail. My goat, Loki. You can tell he knows. 14 years ago, the Holy Land, Merijua. Shanks is missing? Indeed, had he completed his last mission, he would have been formally knighted. Oh shit. So he left before he completed his last mission. He must have... Timeline-wise, guys, maybe in someone in chat will know. Timeline-wise, is 14 years ago. Luffy was 5. So this must have been around the time, a couple years before he found the Gum Gum, the fruit. Cause, right? How old was Luffy in the flashback? Was he 6? Was he 7? I forget. But maybe he left because he found the information he needed on the Gum Gum fruit, got it, and then the whole story of One Piece happens from there with Luffy eating it and all that stuff. So I would need to know the timeline because I forget exactly how Luffy was, how old he was. I think he was like 6 during the flashback with Shanks. I can just Google it, actually. Luffy's age during Shanks. 6 or 7. Okay, so yes. So Luffy was 5 when Shanks left, which means this is like maybe a year at most before the whole Shanks losing his arm, Luffy eating the Gum Gum fruit, so on and so forth. So this happened right before that point. So him going after the Gum Gum. So yeah, it all works out timeline-wise, for sure. Yeah, it all works out. As you are our next choice, that opportunity now falls to you. What will you do? I'll naturally accept the honor of being one of the God Knights and one of the bitches of Emu. Hopefully he'll tell me I'm a good boy, pat me on the head, and give me treats every day. Then I'll be able to sit by his bedside, and he'll stroke my hair and tell me I'm a good boy. Doing that will secure Elbaf's membership status. Oh my god. Congratulations, then. The Great One has agreed to trust in you. It's been a long process. You'll be remembered as a king who brought great change to Elbaf. Bro, I am sick. I'm just so sick of this man. Oh, you are so dumb. You're so dumb. No questions, no queries, no concerns. Just, oh yes, I can't wait to kneel by Emu-sama's side while he puts a leash on me and tells me to roll over while he rubs my belly. Way, yay, Emu-sama. I hate this, bro. I hate this guy so much. When Elbaf finally joins the world government, I plan to relinquish the throne. A younger, more virtuous ruler than I should take over. That is a matter for Mu to decide. Here we go. Here we go. Why is there someone on the empty throne? So that means everyone who becomes a full... I'm assuming this means that everyone who's a full-fledged, like, God's Knight I guess who gets the second contract? I don't know if this is the third contract he's getting, the deep sea or whatever. I'm assuming there's a second contract. So every second contract, I'm imagining, right, gets to fucking knows about Imu and meets him. So it's not just the Gorosei that know about him. The God's Knights also know about him. I mean, I assume that was the case, right? But that's pretty much confirming it now. That is a matter for Mu to decide. Why? Why is there someone on the empty throne? Come, Mu has been watching thee, Harold. Harold screaming. This power. Oh shit, they put horns. Oh, fuck the horn! Devil horns! He's a demon from the depths of hell! They put the devil horns on the seal. Oof. It's surging within me. It's chilling. This is the power of immortality. Still sends shivers down the spine. He is now beyond any wild monster. He has been forged into a mighty weapon. Consider thyself an immortal knight sworn to Mu. Immortal? I can't believe it. So the second contract is the immortality, where you start to get it. Interesting. Okay. There was this, speculation about the first contract, second contract, third contract. When you get it, it's the second contract. So by that measure, did they say if Shanks ever got the second contract? I'm assuming not, because Harold just got the spot that Shanks was supposed to have, but Shanks left during his mission or whatever. Right? So that's what I'm imagining. Shanks never had the regeneration powers. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Immortal, I can't believe it. Carve an abyss pentagram in Elbaf. That will mark the bond between us. Thy dearest wish shall finally be granted. Huzzah! As soon as this last mission is complete, Elbaf will be recognized as a member of the nation of the world government. Thank you, King Harold. Quest Castle, huh? Could you repeat that, Great Emu? Mobilize the entire nation. Mobilize the entire nation and form a grand army of warriors. The giant warriors' fleet will stand alongside the Marines and serve the world as... Wait, no, hold on. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot, bro. Oh, you're so dumb. Oh, this is actually kind of cathartic. I'm not gonna lie. As fucked up as this is, I know this is supposed to be tragic and sad, but I can't help but feel like a petty laugh at this bum is all I can really muster in my heart and soul. Wait, no, hold on. Everything I've done was to be free, was to free Elbaf from violence. Of course, if anyone still wishes to fight, I'll gladly encourage them to enlist in the Marines, but who is the king talking to in there? Thou vowed to atone for Elbaf's history, even at the cost of becoming a slave. I meant that to carry the burden alone. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. The burden of such history is too great for thee to bear alone. Now hold thy tongue. Thou cannot disobey Mu. Oh, what a fucking bum. I can't feel bad for him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I can't. I just can't feel bad. He's such an idiot. Bro, Background check. You could have done background checks on this organization. Do your research, man. This is just a look. I'm gonna use this as an excuse to tell you guys in chat, man. If you're going to apply for a job at a company, be sure to do your due diligence on the company and how it functions and how it works. Okay, before you join the company, be smart about things. Okay, you don't just join willy-nilly, without any questions or concerns, and then get confused why they have bad working environments or you know what I'm saying? Like, understand what you're getting yourself into before you do things like this. Simple question would have sufficed, or two. If at any point during this whole fucking flashback, Harold would have at least maybe questioned things a little. I don't know. Maybe should I? At least some internal dialogue as to like the potential for this going sideways. I would have been more sympathetic in this moment, but because he was just so fucking, like arms wide open to the world government without even considering this as a possibility, you're a naive fool and you deserve everything that's coming to you. You're a naive fool, and I shed no tears for fools. I suffer no fools. Those who enter into a deep-sea covenant may gain immortality and power, but it comes at the cost of total obedience. What? Thou wilt carry out Mu's orders regardless of thine own will. You are now a proper bitch. Congratulations, Harold, you fucking bitch. You're now a proper bitch, and I hope you get what's coming to you. This isn't good. I'm losing control. Elbaf. They never meant for it to become part of the fold. Curse that emu. What did you think the world government wanted? Like, what did you think? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Didn't fucking Rox... Wait, hold on a second. Didn't Rox basically say this was gonna happen? I could have swore Rox told him at one point, like, hey, they just want you for your country's power. Did he not say that? Am I tripping? Am I misremembering that? Didn't fucking Rox tell him all this in the past? I'm pretty sure he did. And you just completely I'm sure it's the centralized authoritarian power that controls the entirety of the world for the most part are completely reasonable and don't wish to utilize me for any sort of superior power or any misuse or exploitation of my resources and people. I'm sure that complete and innocent corrupting world government is completely genuine in its intentions and ideals. Yeah, good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. You bum. God, this is just making me mad. I had a good day today. I was a happy man today. This chapter is triggering me, bro. I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna throw something at the wall. Guards! The plan was always to enslave the warriors of Elbaf. Oh, wow! It was? Wow! The plan was to wow! It was to enslave the warriors of Elbaf? Wow! Who could have thunk it? Who could have guessed? I don't know. Anybody with a brain cell in their head? Wow. What is it, your majesty? Chain me to this pillar. Hurry, summon Elder Jarul and my sons. But, sire, I believe Haruden is still out at sea. And Loki, Lord Loki, that is still in prison after what happened. I can't resist for long. What exactly is this concerning, your majesty? None of that matters now. Release him. Jail, realm of the dead. You're free to go, Loki. Huh? Head to the aura farming right now. Head to the Quest Castle at once. The king requires your presence. This is where we're gonna see Harold's death. Cannot wait. I cannot wait to see it. Jail, realm of the dead. You're free to go, Loki. Sorry that. Jarul's house. Something urgent? What's going on? And so, we return to where this tale began. The day of the castle massacre, when Elbaf's most beloved king, Harold the Benevolent, lost his life. Get fucked. Get fucked, Harold. Oh, man, I can't believe we're on break. Oh, that made me happy again, because next chapter we're going to see Harold getting bodied, and I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait to see my boy Loki go off, bro. I hope he killed Harold. I hope he killed Harold, bro. I hope it was Loki who did it. Please. Please, please. I know he didn't. He probably didn't, right? And my guess is, Harold turned into a demon, and or something happened where he got taken the fuck out. But yeah, bro. Bro got his first order from Emu. He's like, but what? You wanted to exploit me all along? The fuck out of here, bro. The fuck out of here, bro. His plan would have worked if not for Emu. His first look, the plan would never work. I've said this the last couple of chapters when talking about Harold, and I'll say it again. You can't placate evil. You can't placate power in hopes that they'll just leave you alone. All right? You can't. It's like, if you have a bunch of raiders that are coming to your village and taking shit from you every, let's just say every summer, or every fall, wherever they're coming, they're taking shit for the winter. They raid your villages, right? Is the play to be like, sir, to not resist and just be like, here's our food, leave us alone, we'll give you tribute every year. Is that the play? Is that the play? Then they will continuously come and they'll demand more and they'll demand more, and you'll never ever truly be free and prosperous so long as you have someone from up high who has you by a collar. It'll never work. That kind of relationship is never one that successfully works. The only way to deal with that kind of overarching power and evil is to struggle against it and to fight against it in any way you can. And Harold, a lot of nations don't actually have the capacity to fight back, or the power to fight back, or the strength to fight back. So in their cases, it makes more sense to be like, oh, let's just, do what we can and hope they don't ask for too much. Like Nami's village, for example, to fucking Arlong is a perfect microcosm of what I'm talking about, right? That makes sense. They didn't have the power to fight Arlong. Makes sense. But once they had the opportunity to fight Arlong, they took it. They took it. They took it. They didn't say, let's join Arlong and give some of our village members to the Arlong pirates. They didn't say that, right? And going back to my original point here, I got off track a little bit. The giants had the opportunity to fight back. They have the power. They have the resources. They had the allyship potential with rocks. They had all of it, and they still chose to bend the knee. That weak-willed shit is never going to get fucking supported by me and my ideals and the way I look at the world. I'm sorry. I understand it to a certain extent, but I'll never support it. Never. You can't placate evil, man. You can't do it. Because his entire plan was contingent on that same government that he loves so much, or loved, I suppose, now that he's regretting his decisions, as some sort of like reparations for all the bad things the Giants have done, right? In order to appease them, he turned a blind eye to everything that they had going on for them. All the whole awful things that they did, all the awful things that they do, even to people within the world government themselves, or within the nations within the world government. It's not only just non-nation states that get fucked over by the government, plenty of countries within the purview of the world government still get fucked over. Let's look at the fishermen, for example, who, similar situation, want to be part of the actual world. You know what I mean? Like, they don't treat people well. I don't know. I could talk an hour about this shit. I'm not going to get into all of it, but... Yeah, Emu would be a fool not to use the giants to fight his enemies. Duh. He's worrying about, like, all these exports of, like, this chapter. We saw, export of this food, and export of this medicine, export of this. What's the most important export that Elbaf has to offer? It's the power of the giants, man. It's their strongest resource. Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Right? And he didn't realize this. Like, come on, bro. You have to be next level naive. Wonder if Loki came to the truth and realizing that his father became a subordinate and his connection with them being a holy knight and what led to the ultimate betrayal, and he got framed for it. I do hope that's something that we get from him. Maybe he'll have a conversation with his father before he's ultimately controlled by Emu, and Harold explains things to him. But, then you have the situation with Jarul, Elder Jarul. Like, because I've always been curious about Jarul because he was there that night, and he got a sword put through his head, but he never, when it came to the official story about Loki, he never went against the grain in that regard and defended him, seemingly. So what happened with Jarul? You know what I mean? I'm so happy this chapter vindicated Harold the Goat. Come on, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Nothing was vindicated. Nothing was vindicated. See, I have you have to understand, for me, when it comes to someone being tricked, I have a soft spot in my heart for kids and adults that get tricked, manipulated and tricked, right? If you're, a young person who was manipulated into something, or you're, an elderly person who gets scammed or manipulated in some way, it really hurts my heart to see that. It's a tragic thing. It's a horrible thing that happens way too often in our society because they're the most vulnerable, and it's easy to manipulate and trick kids and older people who don't have their mental faculties all there. So it really makes me sad to see that. But Harold is a fully grown adult. He's not a child. He's not some sort of like anemic elder. The man has his faculties. He should understand. Like it's just too naive, too stupid, man. I want to tell you. Too stupid. Ugh. Really, really stupid, man. I'm just, so pissed. Harold should have played the long game of building relationships instead of relying on the world government, who he knew has problems. Yeah. I mean, if that's the route he wanted to take, that would have been better than what he did. I don't think ultimately that route would have worked necessarily, because if he was working behind the scenes with different countries and doing stuff with that, then the world government would have gotten wind of it and would have been like, to the nation states that are part of the world government, would have probably been like, hey, don't trade with those outsiders. Or they would have put their thumb on the scale in some way that would have fucked shit up, because they're the world government and they have to put their hand in every pie. They simply can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't go without controlling or manipulating or completely just, terrorizing somebody whenever they get the opportunity or the chance to do so. So that wouldn't have worked. The only way that he had his opportunity. Hold on, we have a Shiso song, baby.
Here's a riddle. I rummage through the garbage. With the Gorosei I chat. I sneak through the alleyways. What am I if not a
rat? Thank you, Putting Up Nami, for the wonderful riddle and the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Yeah, if you're on Twitch, man, if you got a Prime, if you're subscribed to Amazon Prime, if you got a Prime sub, support your boy like Pudding did. I appreciate that very much, Pudding. That's a great riddle. I rummage through the garbage where the Gorosei chat. I sneak through the alleyways. What am I if not a rat? A dirty fucking rat. So what I was saying, though, is with Harold, right? The only opportunity he had, and the best opportunity he had, he let go for his people. And that opportunity was to fight back against the world government and Emu, and supporting Rocks in any way he could have to do that. Because if Harold was on God Valley, I'll tell you with utmost certainty, Harold on God Valley 100% saves Rock's life. Although I guess he could have been Dami Reversi too, but we don't know the circumstances of that. But I still believe he would have. Oh, by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, in the throne room, that's where we saw Shamrocks appear. And that's where we saw the teleportation circle. So Emu has a teleportation circle. It's the same spot, I believe. Has a teleportation circle like permanently in Elbaf that he can send people. So that's probably why the Gods Knights were able to make their way there. He probably can't just send them anywhere, because he had to set up a circle within Elbaf. That's actually really interesting. So it's not like Emu or rather the Gods Knights can just teleport anywhere. There has to be a circle set up ahead of time. I know people call Garling a fraud, but what do you expect? Give him a sensu bean to rock. No, I mean, look, when it comes to Garland, right, he had a lot of hype and like accolades for his role in God Valley, right? The hero of God. I forget exactly what the titles were, but they had all these titles for him. Like, he did so much on God Valley, Garling, all this hype. Shanks' father. What did he bring to the table? Bro didn't do shit in God Valley. Like, I'm not gonna give him credit for killing Rocks when he's 1 HP, but I'm not gonna on the same hand, expect him, like you said, to give him a sensu bean. He did what he was supposed to do, but I'm not gonna give him credit for killing Rocks when he was pretty much dead already. And that one time he did fight Rocks, he got bodied by Rocks, no diffed by Rocks, and I believe off-screen by Rocks, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not going to give him any credit for his involvement in God Valley, because he really didn't do shit to influence what happened there. He was an afterthought in God Valley. So that's just how I see it, man. I know people might disagree, but Garland really didn't perform in God Valley like he should have, in my estimation. So, that's just my thoughts on it. If you're a knight, you kill your enemies. I don't blame him for killing, but you're not going to get credit for me. Like, oh my god, he killed Rocks. Like, no, you didn't kill Rocks. I mean, yeah, you technically were the one that put the blade through him, but Emu's really the one that killed Rocks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this during the first part of the stream. By the way, get your comments, questions in. I'm going to be wrapping up the stream in a little bit. But I did want to get one thing off my chest that's completely off topic and is random as fuck. But I want to absolutely do everything in my power to support this show. For all the people out there that enjoy good animation, you're all anime fans or manga fans at least, so I know you guys like good shows. Amazon Prime has a show called The Mighty Nine, man. And it's based off of whole thing. I'm not going to get into all details. Based off Critical Role and their campaign, but it is an animated show, hour-long episodes, and it is absolutely phenomenal. I cannot recommend it enough. It is just top-tier greatness, man. And I really don't have too much to say about it, other than to say that I will recommend it until the cows go home. Right now, there's 5 episodes out. The 5th episode, in particular, was one of the best pieces of animation I've seen in years. I mean, it's hard to compete with some One Piece episodes, but it's, oh my god, godly. I loved episode 5 for a lot of reasons. But yes, The Mighty Nein, Nein. Check it out, guys. I had to get it off my chest. Had to give a shout out to that show because it has been feeding me every week. Joy and just incredible greatness. So I had to do that. I had a great birthday. Thank you for asking. The day of, I had to work, but a couple days before, I went out and had some fun. Got some things done. So, yeah. And then yesterday, I had a small thing that I did as well. But, for the most part, it was pretty chill. So, yeah. Went out and had a good time. But thank you for asking. So Jarul knows what happened. I don't see him standing up for Loki and what ultimately led to him being locked up in the underground world. No, not Mighty number 9, The Mighty Nein. I'll put it in chat. Yes. I don't know if anyone ever has seen The Legend of Vox Machina. But it's made by the same people who made that. With that campaign, that show is also based off of a D&D campaign. Oh, thank you. Like the video. Yes, of course. And it has some of the most incredible voice actors in the world working on it. Liam O'Brien, voices Gara and Asura's Wrath, and a million other characters. Laura Bailey, the goddess herself. Fucking Talos and Jaffe, and a whole bunch of really famous voice actors, right? That everyone, Travis Willingham, you guys all know these people's names if you've watched animation or shows, anime. So it is a top tier show. Can't recommend it enough. So next week, if I'm or 2 weeks ago or 2 weeks from now, because we're off next week. Apparently, no chapter. 2 weeks from now, anybody in this chat. If you watch it, I want an update on what you think. Oh, because The Mighty Number 9 is trash. I wouldn't know. I'm only talking about The Mighty Nein, bro, and its greatness. It is godly. It is incredible. And it's only 5 episodes right now. Comes out every Wednesday, I believe. So still more to come. I think there's going to be an 8 episode for a season. But they're hour-long episodes. So you get a lot of really good stuff. But yes. Very, very cool. We're almost at the end of this short 3-minute flashback. I missed the stream. What are your thoughts on Harold now? They really haven't changed. Manga haven't manga either, I'm gonna be honest. In fact, I hate him more. I'm sorry, man. This chapter did nothing to endear me to Harold. I just feel like he's a fool. He's an utter fool. And he deserves everything. Thank the man who jumps. Thank you for the English comments. It does make my life easier, though I never minded doing the translations myself. But I did notice that you were commenting in English, so I appreciate that very much. But as far as Harold is concerned, he's a fool. He had every opportunity to support his friend and realize the true errors and the true evils of the world government. I mean, for a fact Rox knew everything about him. All he needed to do was sit down and talk to his buddy about it. He didn't do it. Rox even warned him in the past that this government is just going to manipulate you for your power, and that's exactly what ended up happening. So I suffer no fools. I shed no tears for fools. You're an idiot. Ida the goat, she's incredible. I wish she was the queen because she would have got more shit done. She would have had a little bit more of a respect for her own country's culture and would have actually thought about things a little bit more. Fuck Harold. He's an idiot. He's a fool. And everything that happened to Wano up until this point is his fault because he made his people weak. He sabotaged them. He put a circle to the devil in his throne room. And now the Holy Knights can just walk in whenever they want. Whenever they fucking well please. And it's Harold's fault, and he deserves what's happening to him, and I cannot wait to see him get bodied next week. Or 2 weeks from now. I gotta wait a week, damn it. 2 weeks from now, Harold get bodied. It's gonna. So yeah, I should be good for the 21st. I'm realizing this is like Christmas time, so it's gonna be weird. But it's on the 21st. I'll be fine on the 21st. So yeah, I will be available 2 weeks from now. The 28th, I gotta see, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. But yeah, I don't have any sympathies for Harold. I think he's just a fool, and I suffer none of that. I legitimately, he's just an idiot. Like, there could a lot of this is kind of on Oda. Like, he could have made Harold a little bit more sympathetic by having him struggle a little bit more with the choices he's made in the some of the more major choices he's made, betrayal of Rocks and all, and his allyship with the world government, him having maybe some reservations about the world government, but he was so gung-ho and so happy to wag his little tail in front of the chair of the world government while he was handed little scraps down at the table. He was so happy, not realizing just common sense. They're exploiting you, bro. They're manipulating you. They're using you. Duh. All because 1,000 years we committed crimes. Like, suck my dick, bro. God, you're such a bitch. I cannot wait to see him die. That'll be my fucking Christmas. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be wearing my festive gear next reaction, and I'll be fucking singing Christmas carols. This year, I gave you my heart, and you stabbed it away. Just like as he's getting stabbed in the chest, I'm gonna start singing some fucking Christmas songs, dog. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna have a wonderful time. You're not gonna want to miss that stream. It's gonna be a celebration. You know, the IQ of the entire population of the world of One Piece raised by 10 points the day Harold died, because he was dragging everyone down. Okay. Harold doesn't really show much regret other than what we see him in the tragic death. Like, the one best panel, you're right. You're so right about that. The one best panel we saw with Harold was him, apologizing to Rocks and saying, "I'm sorry," yada yada. He was seemingly remorseful, and then the next panel, he just goes back into being an idiot again. It's like, if you don't learn from your mistakes, then how are you gonna change them? He's just such an idiot, bro. I can't with him, bro. I guess it is kind of similar in some ways, and I don't know. Would you guys say that there is a parallel between his decision, this arc, and what Oden did in Wano? I am not caught up to Attack on Titan, so I don't know the reference. I'm behind. I know it. It is what it is, but yeah. I can see a parallel. There's a little bit of a parallel there with what Oden did. And Oden's an idiot too, like, complete fool, but I for some reason I still have more empathy for Oden. Maybe they just wrote him better. I don't know. Oden did kind of fuck his people over, though, to be honest, in a similar way. Because he kind of abandoned them for a fucking adventure. And then left again. Like, he could have come back at any point to, like, check up on him, and he didn't. So, yeah, yeah, so I do feel bad for Oden, but he always wanted to leave. That was always his goal and ambition. I like Oden a little more, for sure. Personally. I don't know about y'all, but I would say people like Harold are realistic in the real world. There are plenty of countries or organizations that will basically bow to power in some way, shape, or form, concede in some way, shape, or form to power and influence. It's common sense. Even if you read the news badly, you can tell that's how the world works. Exploitation is key. You know, any country that's not strong in military power, that's sitting on a vast number of natural resources, is going to be cooed, is going to be you know, absolutely manipulated and exploited in every way, shape, or form. Um, yeah, that's how the world works. But these countries know the deal, right? When a country, you know, is being manipulated or being utilized for their resources, and they're being completely, um, Jesus Christ, can't think right now, uh, just being exploited is, I guess, the only word I can think of. Exploited for their resources, wherever the case may be. They understand they're being fucked over, but they do what they can because they only have so many options. It is what it is. Harold's fucking stupid for two fronts, right? He had the power to fight back. He does. He has it. He has the power. He has the people. He had the potential allies to even directly fight against the world government if he wanted to, not even from a defensive perspective, but from an actual offensive perspective. He could have fought alongside rocks to change the world. Yet, not only, and on the same tone of it, like I said, in the real world, people understand when they're being exploited. Like countries know. Countries know. Harold is like, I can't wait to join the world government. And I'm so sorry about something that happened 1,000 years ago. I'm not sure about the specifics, but hey, let me join. Hey, pew pew. I love you guys at the world government. You're so nice. He failed on two fronts. So it's realistic in some ways, but in some ways it just feels like he's a caricature. You know? Because he chose to let Zebek die. If he just switches, it means his decision is worthless. No, at that point you have to keep going. I know. Like, I understand that, but like the thing was, like, once Zebek was dead, his only chance to fight back was gone, and he made that choice. He could have helped Zebek, but once Zebek died, yes, obviously he has to keep going. But he never showed any signs of questioning the world government's motives at any point. Even after that, it wasn't like, oh man, the world government, maybe I'm you know, I'm mistaken about this, that, and the third. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe, yeah. No internal questioning at all with Harold. It was just, you know, I can't wait to join the world government. Can't wait to join the world government. I don't think they would hurt me because they seem so very nice. You know, it's just like, come on, man. Come on. Come on. So I made it worth something to Emu. Also, every ancient weapon. Wait, what? Ancient weapon got fooled. Odin, Momo, Harold, Loki, so Neptune. I don't exactly understand what you're saying. Saying that every ancient weapon got manipulated. I mean, technically Neptune did, yeah. Neptune's kind of in a similar boat in that regard. But ultimately, I think Neptune is going to side with the Straw Hats. I don't think if he gets the opportunity that he will, and like not only that, but like, you know, Shirahoshi's brothers and Neptune were fully willing to fight in Marishwa once Shirahoshi was being kidnapped. They weren't going to just sit back and be like, "Oh, this is all for the sake of our people. Sorry, Shirahoshi, you gotta be a slave now." Like, no, they're willing to fight, bro. They're willing to fight. You know. But yeah, as far as the ancient weapons go, obviously Shirahoshi, you have Odin, you know, had probably knew about Pluton, and then you have the world government's probably has the third ancient weapon, which is going to be Uranus, which is probably what destroyed the Lucia. It's probably a flying ship of some kind or a flying something, is my guess. Yeah. Harold Harold made huge mistakes. Like, Well, there's nothing endearing about Harold. I'm sorry. It's just I just can't think of anything endearing about him. I mean, obviously his intentions were good, right? Intentions, right? His intentions were pure. But when you're a king, man, you have to be smart about things. Does he not have advisors around him advising him? I know he's a king, but kings have advisors. They have councils. They have people that talk to them, right? Who is he talking to? I just don't understand it, bro. He's just an idiot. And he fucked his entire people over without realizing it. When it could have been so easy just to get some information. Look, I'm telling you, if you're look, when it comes to the fishermen, right? They the fishmen and the mermaids, they have a very unique interaction with the surface world. Their interaction is that of basically incredible racism and slavery on a scale that's different than other races. They still like other races still get put into slavery. Let's not get it twisted, but the mer people experience that more often because of their strength and stuff. The giants, however, so you have people who are on the lower rung of society that are trying to get even on the same level as just a normal citizen in the world of One Piece, you know, just trying to get to equal rights. Harold was of a country that was on a, I don't want to say superior country, but essentially had a better standing in the world. Giants weren't being enslaved like that. Like, you know, there are giants that were enslaved. We saw that in Sabaody. But my point is, like, giants can defend themselves. Giants ain't just going to be, you know, used as slaves, right? They had respect or fear from other countries. And, you know, Harold admittedly did do a little bit in terms of relations and stuff. But the way that giants are perceived and the way that sea folk are perceived are completely different. And Neptune, you know, he had his reservations about wanting to integrate with the surface world for a lot of good reasons. You know, because of that inherent racism, because of the slavery, because of what he saw when a celestial dragon came down. He was doing all of this because of his wife, admittedly, but I think that for the most part, the fishermen had more to gain to want to achieve that equality, to want to be part of that wider world. Like the giants can go and fucking sail anywhere they want if they really wanted to, you know, as pirates, but they could fucking sail around the world. The the mermaids and the fishmen, there are certain places where they can't go because of who they are. So Bodhi fucking Hachi had to wear like cloaks and shit. So I don't think it's a perfect parallel. You can say, what about this group? What about this? You know, I'm more I should say I'm more empathetic to Neptune and what he had to go through because he had a lot more he had a lot more kind of on his shoulders and a lot more to achieve with this unfortunate marriage than what Harold had to achieve because Harold basically submitted complete subservience. All that Neptune wants to do is have some equality for his people, man, and be recognized as people. The Giants don't want that. The Giants want to be like, we're sorry for everything we've done. Let us be your fucking lapdog. It's a different thing for me. It's a different thing, you know. Yeah, fuck the elves, dog. Facts. The Man Who Jump says, this kind of reminded me of the elves from Lord of the Rings where they have hidden power that could be used to defeat the enemy. Thank you. Thank you. Fuck the elves. They're bitches, okay? They could have helped, all right? They could have helped. Yeah, they helped at what Helm's Deep, right? They came, they showed up. All right, fine. You get some respect for the Helm's Deep show up, okay, when no one else did, okay? But that being said, y'all ran away when the time came. Y'all sailed away when Middle Earth was in its most turbulent and trying times. Where were the elves, the vast majority of elves during that time? They fucking oh, I'm gonna walk away with our lamps through the forest and sail away to our heaven, right? And leave all the world of men and dwarves, the real goats, the dwarves. Let's go. Let them know. Fuck elves, dude. They suck. All these elves, all their fucking immortality and power couldn't stand on it when there was actually a threat in the world. All right, fuck Elrond. Fuck Elrond. Fuck the Elven Council. You know, I will say Galadriel's a goat because she helped out our crew. So Galadriel's cool, but she could have did more. She could have put more skin in the game. I'm just saying she's a ring wielder. She could have helped out, but she didn't do shit. All right. She didn't really do too much, but she gets a pass because she gave like the rope and all this. You know, fine. You gave us the elven bread. You gave us the rope. You gave us the light that helped against what's her name? Sheol Gorath. Whatever the fuck the spider name was. Spider chick. Spider. That you know, the Frodo fought and Sam. Okay. So you know she gets a pass, but you're right. The majority of the elves they fucked around. All right, and they didn't do shit. All right. That's all I gotta say about that. And the fucking goddamn the damn dwarves, man. They did my boys dirty. You know what I'm saying? They did my boys dirty. Fucking no one came to their service. No one came to their aid. No one came to their help. Where are the elves when the dwarves were being slaughtered in their caverns? Huh? Where were the elves then? When we have to deal with a fucking demon from the pits of hell out in our minds, huh? Nowhere to be found, of course. Real friends they are. Real friends. So, that's all I gotta say about that. Random as fuck Lord of the Rings rant. I love Lord of the Rings. I'm a D&D nerd. Of course I'm gonna love Lord of the Rings. I mean, come on. That's to be expected, guys. Come on. You had to bring up the fucking elves, bro. Bunch of bitch ass elves. Even in D&D, I try not to play fucking elves. Because I can't stand them, man. They're such pompous, pretentious little pricks in every single piece of media they're put in. They think they're better than everyone. They think that they're smarter than everyone. Oh, we live so long. We're so much better than y'all. Fuck you, you fucking pointy-eared bastards. I'm sick of them. Sick of them all. Anyway. Going on a rant. Kaido had his top 5. Rox had Harold in his top 1 when speaking to Loki. What does that mean? It means that these characters aren't aware of the entire world and everyone's capabilities, and they only have very specific and anecdotal evidence as to strength. But Harold was strong. I'm not going to act like he was a weakling. I mean, of character, he was a weakling. I'm talking about physical strength. He's obviously on Rox's, like on par with Rox for sure. But fuck them. The elves didn't want to lose their magic and their long life. Oh, boo-hoo. The entirety of Middle-earth is being threatened. All of humanity, all of the good people of Middle-earth, the Treants, all these wonderful creatures, the hobbits. You know, you don't want to lose your magic. You don't want to lose your long life. Huh? You're not willing to fight for something? You're only concerned with what you have and what your people are? That's what I'm talking about. These pretentious think that they're better than everyone, think that they don't need to help people. Fucking hate elves, dog. Telling you, bro. Dwarves for life, dude. You know what I'm saying? I am a dwarf enjoyer. They just want to fucking build shit. They just want to drink their ale. They just want to fucking get down and dirty. You know what I'm saying? They want to wear their fucking badass plate armor with massive shields and fucking swinging their hammers at motherfuckers' knees. That's a real gangster right there. Not these elves like, oh, I'm going to shoot you with my arrows. Oh, I'm going to cast magic from 1,000 feet away. Bitch-ass elves, bro. They don't want to fight melee. They didn't want to fight melee. They want to use their arrows. Ooh, arrows. Even Legolas's father, the moment he got into hand-to-hand with some motherfucker, he got stabbed and killed, bro. Like you bitch ass. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. This Gimli out here is fighting, killing like hundreds of motherfuckers. All right, and you can't even deal with some random orcs in your face. I can't stand these elves, bro. I don't know why I went on this Lord of the Rings rant. It's completely unjustified and unnecessary. I know there's gonna be some token token fucking fans in the comments like you are mixed characterizing the elves in the story. You should have read the Silmarillion, and I'm like, bro, come on, man. I'm just joking. I'm having a good time, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think elves are late stage capitalism. Oh my god. We gotta tax the elves, man. Gotta tax the elves, bro. Fucking hell. That's a great way to end the stream. I'm gonna end it there. Or we're going for over an hour. I don't know how I got now over an hour on this chapter, but we're gonna end it there. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by, man. This was a lot of fun. I had a great time. Be sure to like the video, support the stream. That would be very, very appreciative from me if you were to do so. Zoro versus an elf would be awesome, man. Make it happen, bro. Someone eat the elf fruit and Zoro just body them. Let's go. But I will say, as a D&D fan, before we end, because I don't want to look like I hate all elves, I fucking love in D&D dark elves are awesome. Their lore, their characters, their story. Our campaign is currently taking place in a dark elf city, very important one in history. They have such good lore, such good characters. Fucking love dark elves. It's these other fucking pansy pale ass motherfuckers I can't stand, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But we're gonna end it there. I'm gonna end the stream there. Hope you guys enjoyed at least some of this. I'm sure some people are like, what the fuck is he talking about? Look, actually, before I end, one more thing. For my book readers out there, for anyone that wants a really fun and interesting and great book series, there is a book series that I would recommend, The Legend of Drizzt. The original trilogy, I think it's called Homeland. It's about a dark elf who is growing up in a really messed up society. It is fantastic. You don't have to know anything about was it Homeworld? Hold on, I gotta find it because I gotta recommend this. I haven't done this. Homeland. It's a trilogy that it's actually there's like a million Drizzt books, but that's the first trilogy that you start with, and you can go from there if you enjoy them. It's so good. It is so good, dude. Homeland. If you like great fantasy stories, if you like to read, I would heavily recommend that because it's a great book. It's a great read, and it's an incredible world. Yeah. Anyway, it's about a dark elf who's fucking awesome and badass. But anyway, I'm gonna end the stream there. Have a good night, guys. I'll catch you on the next one 2 weeks from now. Feel free to, if you want to support the channel even more, if you miss a stream, watch the stream once it uploads to YouTube to see what I thought about the chapter specifically throughout my reading of it. So, yeah, have a good one. I'll see you guys on the next stream.